Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And I know you, my friends, you want to see a new video about Nintendo. So yeah, the developers, inventors of the Game Boy, the NES, the Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the N64, the Wii, the Wii U, and the Switch. And guys, I mean, all of you that like to invest in gaming companies probably all are waiting for Nintendo to come back. We all wait for Nintendo to come back, but what happened? We have a new all-time high in the Nintendo stock, and this is simply amazing, I have to admit, since actually gaming companies like Capcom, as you can see here, they were coming back a little bit, or Bandai Namco also came back a bit, or other gaming companies like Square Enix also came back a bit. But if we look now here at Nintendo on the year to date, so that's the year to date alone, my friends, 10%. That's pretty nice. And you see all the time you see those big pushes. So here the push in November 23, like 12%, and then it was trading sideways, more or less. More or less 1 month, and then and again it goes like within days we go like 16-17% up. So this was, in my opinion, pretty impressive. But seeing actually all of this, knowing that this happened from December 2012, so you can say this is more or less the bottom after this crazy financial 2007-8 financial crisis crash in Nintendo, but probably also in Japanese stocks in general. And since then, yeah. Also, we should not forget, so it was trading sideways here. Like for 4 years. If you were for 4 years, you were actually not making any money. But then at one point it started, and probably I guess most people then sold in 2015. Therefore it was breaking down so much again. And then at one point people said, okay, let's continue investing. So of course, guys, I mean, when I remember in 2017-18, I was looking at Nintendo and I thought like, I want to buy some Nintendo. But of course I didn't, and I also didn't buy them in 2019. Chicken out, you know how this goes. And then even here I was thinking, now into 21, I was thinking Nintendo comes back. So I missed actually the 50, almost 60% run that we had from the middle of this year. So, but I thought like they're coming back. So, and also Nintendo is always a little bit special. So special in the sense that I have a Switch, for example, but I don't really play any Nintendo games anymore. So it could possibly be some age thing. So, but on the other hand, a lot of people actually in my age, or also older friends, they still like their Nintendo games. So dividend yield, we see 2.5%. I mean, not only you really had a great performance, but you also had a dividend yield. That's pretty nice. And a market cap of around about 10.5 trillion Japanese yen. So, well, I would have to look this up now, what this is, but I think it's something, is it divided by 100, something like this. Yeah, and then we go, for example, on Game Industry Biz. I'm not reading this article for respect to the work of Game Industry Biz, but just having the title, Nintendo shares hit record high due to Switch 2 anticipation, Saudi investment speculation. So, yeah, I mean, they were already trading very high, so, and now everyone knows a Switch 2 is coming, so if you, in 2023, in March, you knew that the Switch 2 is coming, in November 21, we knew that the Switch 2 is coming, so that's really nothing special. And then also here we have like, the Saudi Arabia increases its stakes. I think this was from February to 2023. So investment now stands at 8.26%. Is this still the case? There are not so many information. If you go here through the article, I can put your link in. Then you also do not really find this. But therefore, for example, I go now here on the Nintendo Investors Relation page, and there I see the Master Trust Bank of Japan could be that the Saudis were, for example, investing through one of those vehicles, through one of those banks. So that's obviously all possible. But here you see that's the shareholder ratio. It's a Master Trust Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Custody Bank, Bank of Kyoto. So all those trust and banks, State Street. So government of Norway. That's actually funny to see. They're 1.64% the government of Norway. This is this famous Norwegian trust fund or pension fund, I think, or most probably it is this. So you see, guys, that it's always difficult actually to find out who is the owner of companies like this, of those shares. So company profile. So most probably you've seen a lot of people talking about Nintendo, and they show you all those trailers and those games, but no one ever showed you the original company profile. So you see here, description of their business is manufacture and sale of home entertainment products, obviously founded in 1889, of course. So public or 47, incorporated, and then in Kyoto, and then Shigeru Miyamoto, representative director, fellow, so still there. And then they have so many companies: Nintendo Systems, Sales, Mario Club, 1UP Studio, Nintendo Pictures, Pokemon Company, very popular, Nintendo of America, Europe, Canada, and then from all those countries. Very nice. So, an employees global consolidated basis as of the end of September 23, 7,641 people. And I personally think this is not so much, my friends. This is not so much. So here we can also look at, more or less the same number. So let's have also a quick look at the income statement, what Google Finance is telling us. So it looks good, guys. I really like it. So especially if I compared with the income statements of the mid-tier gaming companies from Europe and from the UK, this is indeed a very nice income statement. So everything we see now here. So 23 net income, 432 billion Japanese yen. So this is like 1/4 of their revenue. I like this, guys. I like this. Yeah, revenue went a bit down, and of course, the net income also went a bit down, since 21 was a good year for most gaming companies. But if we even compare here, for example, net profit margin with regard to 2022, only minus 4.12%. Yeah, and 27 profit margin. So 27 is this yen now again? Yeah, Japanese yen. There's a Japanese yen. So, but doesn't matter what it is, because profit margin, you calculate obviously this number. So from 21 to 22, profit margin plus of 3.19%, also pretty nice. And then also from 2020 to 21, profit margin increase of 38%. Wow. Balance sheet, of course, my friends. Here you see total assets going up and total liabilities going down. I mean, that's what you want. So obviously, or let's say, it's not a surprise with this balance sheet and this income statement. It's not a surprise that the stock is actually going well. The stock is actually going well. But guys, now, of course, the big question. The big question is buying. Would you, let's put it like this, would you guys buy this stock now at an all-time high since ever? Would you buy the stock now at an all-time high since ever? Yeah, stock that goes up can go up even further. But on the other hand, buying a stock in the all-time high, very difficult. So I have an order in. So I had an order. I think I had an order around about here, 5,000 Japanese yen, because when it was going up here to the 6,000, I put my order in at the 5,000 and hoped that it comes back, but it just went through the roof. So I missed actually the opportunity. So I'm not invested in Nintendo. That's very important. And I'm not planning, and I'm saying this already since quite some time, I'm not planning to buy Nintendo now. So for me, this is the risk reward buying Nintendo at this 8,000 yen. Well, it can go to 9,000. Let it go to 9,000, but the risk reward for me is simply here not given. So also if I like look now, for example, to Capcom, let's have a quick look at Capcom Max. So Capcom I am invested in, and I bought a little bit here on the way down. So, but also if you see it overall, the Capcom stock, I mean, it's also really had a crazy movement. But before it was, say, trading sideways. So we should not forget this, my friends. We should not forget this. Isn't it funny? They always have this lunch break in Tokyo. They have the lunch break between 11:30 and 12:30. So 1 hour no trading lunch break. I like this actually. That's a really cool thing. So yeah, Nintendo stock, it's incredible, it's impressive, and it might go up further, it might go down at one point. Also, you have to always keep in mind the US dollar Japanese yen ratio here. That's very important. So is the Japanese yen expensive? Is the Japanese yen cheap? So all of this plays into it, and then it's the Japanese economy that plays also a very important part. Nintendo, it's a great company. Just looking at the stock and looking at the numbers, it's a great company, and of course the games are also very good and people are playing them. And the Switch 2 will come out, and I'm sure if they don't mess up the Switch 2, not making let's say a Wii U out of it, then we have then I'm sure that they're also going to sell a lot of consoles and games again. So a lot of their firm policy are for gamers that like their IPs, etc. is not so cool, because they're not really liking that when gamers mod their games, etc. So all of this is there. That's obvious, my friends. We know all those stories from Nintendo taking people to the courtroom. Yes, and then when we look at the second quarter financial results, this was now in November. I'm not going through all of this, therefore I really would ask you that you tell me that you want me to go through all those beautiful slides. So I can do this. I can read the slides and all the information here. I can do this, but I want you to tell me before I start reading it, and then everyone or after 1 minute stops the video. So because you say, I don't want to know now what the CEO of Nintendo is saying to Pikmin. But I'm actually willing to go through this and read this, because I mean, I think it's extremely interesting. You can learn so much about gaming companies, about investing, etc. So how IPs develop. So you can learn a lot here. So I really like this. So therefore, tell me if you want me to go through this. I sometimes do this with a lot of other companies, but in this case, I would say I'm saving this for another video, since this is quite a lot with 64 pages. And with that, guys, I'm leaving it here. Wish you a wonderful weekend. Enjoy. And yeah, check out also my other videos. And maybe something that a lot of you have not on the radar is that I have also an X account, X Twitter account, Streaming Deluxe it's called. And I will also put you a link in this video. And there, my friends, I write regularly some analyses, my opinions about some gaming companies. So you don't have to watch the whole video. So you can also read some of my analysis. Those are extra analyses also on X Twitter. Everything for free, everything for you. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so therefore everything is for free. And this is for information and entertainment purposes only. And please don't buy anything that any YouTuber has in its video. So, and I'm not invested in Nintendo. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.